There you go. I don't know where Fathom's gone. He's lost. He's got lost somewhere. Yeah, apologies. I did say this morning in the video, didn't I? That yeah, I'll see you all tonight at 7. Now, just as a reminder, if I do that, it is the same Zoom link every single week. And I think I did put in, I don't think I took it back out. I might have done because HRT accidentally clicked on the US call button and it charged her like over £100. I was like, so I've stopped putting all of the rest in, but I think there is a button that if you want to add it to your calendars, then it'll automatically add the Zoom link in. But it is the same one, so you just scroll up the announcement. So just for going forward, in case anyone is not aware, that's the best way to get in, basically. But yeah, it will always be on unless I tell you otherwise, or unless I have technical issues and have to go, oh shit, I don't know what I'm doing. But for tonight, so I mean, there's so many wins going on, like check-ins galore. Like everything just feels really good, and I like the new groups. I think the feedback so far has primarily been positive. We've upset the odd person with it, but unfortunately, you can't keep everybody happy. Now, my view on this, by the way, just so we're here, like, if you hate the fucking groups, just come out of it. Like, we're all grown adults. Do you know what I mean? If you really don't want to be in them, or you feel like it's too overwhelming, or you know you're never going to pay attention to it anyway, just exit. My advice is keep the announcements one, but just come out of all the rest. Like, again, I'm not here to parent or to dictate what people do. That's not really our style. So I just don't want the aggro. Quite honestly, I like a nice, kind life. I don't like people getting a bit antsy at me. So, yep, just come out and we'll all be very happy. But yeah, so on the shout outs, so Michelle S, 20 kilos gone. That's fucking epic, isn't it? That's no small feat, that. So well done, Michelle. We've got Louise, and I loved again the shouting out. Like I said in this morning's group, Michelle shouting out Louise. Like I love that. I love that kind of going, well, this person doesn't shout themselves out enough, so I'm just going to do it for them as well. Like I just think it's amazing. Like more reverse dieters going on. Amy looks sensational. Amy Dickens in her dress, like she just looked incredible. So we love to see all of this. Love to see all of the wins celebrated. So keep them coming thick and fast. Again, I know we're at a really good time of the year. Maybe Easter aside. I know some of you guys are freaking out a little bit already. So yeah, I kind of just wanted to go through that tonight. Now I did actually bring up the information. Didn't get a hot minute to put it into slides, but where is it? Which screen am I on? This one. Ba, 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 ba. So I wanted to talk about my view on Easter and kind of the take that I would have on this. Now, like my genuine take is if you want an Easter egg, have a fucking Easter egg. Genuinely, it's not that deep. But what you've got to think about is you in this and what you're like. And by the way, I don't know if I'm shouting. I don't know if I'm too quiet. Like I'm just holding it here. You're gonna have to adjust your microphones as you will because I've got no idea what I sound like right now. But yeah, so I mean, if it were me and I was on my fat loss journey, so let's say I'd had the baby and I'm through that process and I'm re-entering into a fat loss because I will be going through one again. I would just have the Easter egg if I wanted the Easter egg. I don't really like chocolate all that much, but that's kind of my view on it. But what I probably would do is go, you know what? I don't need the beast. I don't need like the biggest Easter egg there is on this planet. Karen, obviously, I'm aware that you did win an Easter egg hamper, but this is also proof. So Karen did win an Easter egg hamper, and okay, she is reverse dieting, maybe got some more, slightly more available calories, but what she's done is just have a little bit each day, and she is still dropping body fat. So even in the reverse diet, she's still dropping body fat, and she's had a little bit of chocolate each day. Now, again, that's one position on this. So what you could do is potentially calorie bank up to the weekend, where you say, right, okay, I know I'm likely to have 700 calories or whatever it is. It will be on the back of the egg. And like I said, I've got the kind of statistical average So a small egg, so 100 grams, is likely to be around the 500 calorie marker. Medium egg, 150 to 200 grams, is likely to be between 750 and 1,100 calories. And then a large egg, 200 to 300 grams, is likely to be 1,000 to 1,001. Oh my God. 1,000 to 1,600. I'm going to say it that way because my brain can wrap around that one. 1,600 calories. So this is it. Now, a 1,600 calorie egg might well exceed some of your guys' macros, right? You're going to be going, oh, that's a lot. I don't have anything left. That's probably at the level where you're going, right, okay, do I need something that size? And then you've also potentially got the thing in the middle as well, which is also going to hold calories on top. So what I would probably do is go, right, you know what, I'm going to buy myself a small one. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to live with it. And you've got the decision to go, well, you know what, if I calorie banked 100 calories from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you could afford that little egg and probably the little innard that's going to come with it because that won't amount to much. They don't give you a lot in one of the small eggs. Or you could kind of go, you know what, I really love a cream egg or one of the variations of the small eggs and go, yeah, you know what, I'm happy to have that as my snack that day. I'm happy to build that into my macros and that's all I'm going to do. But what I think you need to try and avoid is letting it rule you. What you don't want to do, if you know you have a very addictive personality when it comes to chocolate, and that is a major weakness for you, and you're not at that point where you can potentially go, you know, I can have a little bit and park it. I'm literally going to devour the whole lot, or I'm going to have, like, get this giant egg and I'm going to eat the entire fucking thing. That's probably where you might need to think, actually, maybe it's not the best idea that I have it because otherwise, 1,600 calories, like you are going to be pushing yourselves into some big water weight numbers where you might think, but again, it's not necessarily body fat. You would have to go quite far over in order to put the body fat on. So again, it's one weekend. Make your choice and be good with it. As we always say, but again, a lot of you guys, it's not, Easter is not, unless you are super religious. And if you are super religious, you're probably not going to care about the Easter egg because that's not actually the purpose of Easter. That's how they've commercialized on the event. But this is it. It's not like Mother's Day where it's like you deserve celebrate it. It's not like, right, okay, you know what? I deserve this egg because I'm such a good person. It's not really like that. It's not attached to anything in the same kind of setting. So again, I would just kind of go, right, do I want the egg? I mean, who here loves an Easter egg? Genuinely, put it in the chat box. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, just put yeah or something. Like, would you really want the Easter egg and go, yeah, I love a bit of Easter egg chocolate. See who would want an Easter egg. Yeah, that's it. Love it. You know what? I concur with this as well. So Stacey's just hit the and Caroline as well. I agree with those statements. I actually don't really like chocolate, but I fucking love an Easter egg. And I'm more of a sweet person, as in I like things like Haribos and things like that. And everyone fucking gets me Haribos for Easter, and I'm like, no, I actually fucking like the egg. I wanted the damn egg. No one ever buys me an egg because everybody thinks, oh, she doesn't really like chocolate, so we won't bother. I'm like, no, it's different. It's not the same. And I was saying this to one of the women earlier. Like if you gave me like a Cadbury's milk chocolate bar or whatever, I don't think I would even look at it. I wouldn't eat it. I'd be more inclined to give it away, going, I don't like this, so someone else have it. But you give me an Easter egg, and I'm pretty sure that's by Cadbury's as well. Like, no, they slap. They do slap differently. So I do agree with that. Oh, okay, so it is a lot worse for you. Maybe it's more in line with Haribo's, and maybe that's why I like it. But you are right. High sugar content, high fat content, exceptionally low satiety content. So you are going to be able to keep eating and keep eating and keep eating. And unless you have the willpower to say enough is enough, you are that like the egg is designed to be incredibly moreish. You are not going to feel like, oh, I'm really full now. You would have to have quite a lot of that chocolate in order for you to go, oh, that's a bit sickly, I'm feeling it a little bit at this point. So I would go in with the strategy of making your mind up on where you actually sit with this. Do I want a little bit every single day? So when you get your egg, you literally proportion sections of it out and you just have a little bit inside of your snack allowance over the next week or whatever it might be the week after, depending on when you actually get the egg. Do you just get a smaller one and go, no, you know what? I'm just going to calorie bank a tiny bit and I'm just going to actually enjoy my egg at the end of the week, but I'm going to be realistic. Or like one of the women, oh, what is it? She's already got off, I think it was from her husband, a M&S pistachio Easter egg. Ugh, like, no, that to me is like the devil. And I said that to her. I was no, that's the devil. Like how I don't know anything, so I don't like things touching. So Karen, even a Biscoff, like, no, I'm jealous. I want one of those. That's it. Everyone's got their vices. I said to the to Sophie, I was like, I've never even had pistachio. I've never even, but it's green, it's wrong. It's like Dubai chocolate when they put all this shit in it. I'm like, absolutely not. That cannot touch my chocolate. But this is it. Again, now that's probably going to be significant calories. I don't know what the calories are of that, but obviously the information will be available online. But again, it's already been purchased, so you can beat yourself up about it. And it is that kind of going, oh God, well, I feel like there was Mother's Day, now there's Easter, there's half term. No, I don't think for me, like I said last week, half term's not really good enough for me. And like this morning, there were already some slip moments of going, oh, well, I decided to have a lie-in. And it was a bit like, oh, really? Just because the kids are off? Do you know what I mean? I don't think for me, if you really want something, you get it. You go and get it. And again, you might be tunnel vision on your goals going, I haven't got the room for wiggle over here. You know what? I'll have the Easter egg when I'm fucking out of the fat loss phase. When I'm out of the fat loss phase, I'm sick of being in the fat loss phase. I'm a whisker away. I'm not doing it. And you know what? I'll buy myself the Easter egg and I will put it on a high shelf. I will get it out of the damn way, but that's my reward when I get to my reverse diet. Prefer rewarding yourselves with things that are not food. I'm not gonna lie. I prefer that you don't attach the reward to food. Otherwise, I feel like we're still in the same behavioral circuit. But if it's not triggering for you to do that, that's absolutely fine. You might choose to do it that way and go, yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna have some delayed gratification, and I'm gonna park that further down the road. So I'll probably treat myself to a hot cross bun with butter and avoid the chocolate eggs as I won't be able to start. This is it. And again, that's a great strategy to go, right, you know what, I'll enjoy something else that's aligned to Easter and I'm not gonna give in on the chocolate. And I think if you've ever found yourself eating your children's Easter eggs or your children's Halloween sweets or your children if and there's no kind of remorse for that, then you might be aware that you might, do you know what I mean? You might find this a little bit difficult to stop with the chocolate. And again, it's about being self-aware enough to say, that's probably not going to work that well for me. I'm better off steering clear altogether because I'm on a mission and I don't really want to use a refeed day. I don't really want to use up the macros. I don't really want a calorie bank either. I'd rather just stay in my lane and keep going. Like, that's absolutely fine too. But I would track it. Track it. Hold yourselves accountable. If you have half an egg, a full egg, quarter, whatever, please do track it. So then at least we've got the data and at least we kind of know what's what. I did that today. It was not a good choice. I don't know which bit that meant. I speak too much. So I'm not sure which bit you're referring to there, Caroline. I'm sorry. And you're like, oh, which bit did we do? My daughter used to get 20 plus Easter eggs each year. This is, if you've got larger families, by the way, this is, I remember the street I grew up on, we didn't get an Easter egg, by the way. We just didn't get one. Like, that just wasn't a thing. My mum's quite anti the establishment. So to speak. Not so much with my fucking nephew, he gets everything. But when we were growing up, that's a waste of money. No, that's it. We got one. I got a crunchy every Wednesday, and I got a flump and a chewy bar on a Monday, and a 6 packet of Walker's Crisp. They were my treats for the week, and they were usually gone by about 4 p.m. on a Monday. That was it. And then I had to wait for Wednesday crunchy, wait till Monday, and I'd just eat everything in one go because I had no control as a child, apparently. But this is it. The kids on our street, they would be like that. They would literally be like bringing their like Matilda pulley trolley thing around, and it was all of these eggs, and it was like, what? What? It's like you've got to be really careful. So I tell everyone she doesn't want them anymore, stops craving it. This is the other thing you could do as well. If a loved one would like to get you something, so this is more for you guys rather than the children, but like in the instance of the M&S egg being bought by the husband, obviously again too late with that one, but you could easily say, could you get me a bunch of flowers? Or could you get me something else? Do you know what I mean? That still feels like a nice thing. And also, like, they're so cheap, aren't they? I think they're so cheap. Like, this whole bunch is like £3, and everyone knows I'm a flower woman. Like, there's flowers everywhere in this house. But do you know what I mean? Get yourself some daffs. Like really cheap, very Easter feelingy, and a nice way to do it. So you could definitely do it that way as well. Um, my nieces prefer, yeah, money for kids. I'm sure they do prefer a £5. That's an absolute shout as well. I was going to make cheesecake things with my Easter egg, but thought better of it. Cheesecake things. I don't know what that means. I'm assuming like an Easter egg cheesecake. What you're doing there is taking a really high calorie thing and making it into an even higher calorie thing. So I'd be really mindful of that one, Jem. Yeah, total transparency. Like I saw a woman at like a fitness, I'd say more of an influencer than a coach. Like to me, we are different. And she was talking about like high protein mini egg balls. And I thought, the fucking calories in all of that. Do you know what I mean? Unless you're like seriously out of reverse diet, you've got some good macros available. Have the damn mini eggs. Do you know what I mean? And just don't try and make it a fucking protein snack. Not everything needs to be high protein. Sometimes you can just go, I'd really like the mini eggs. That might be another great solution if you like mini eggs and you can get like a small bag of them or whatever, or portion them out, that's fine. Chicken wings over an Easter egg. That's niche. But the chicken is in the realms of Easter, I guess. You could use half an egg and fill it with cheesecake. Right, I've seen those. I think I know what you mean, where they make it look like a cream egg, don't they? Yeah, that's a fuck ton of calories. I would probably avoid that unless you've got guests that you know are likely to eat it. But do you know what I mean? If you make that kind of thing, this is one of the challenges. Like bakers, I hate to say it, but they usually are overweight. Women who really like to bake, that correlation is usually there. Um, and bakers and cooks don't usually cross over that much. So you either tend to go into one camp or the other. I'm a cook, can't bake for shit. I've tried making banana bread, that's about my stretch. Do you know what I mean? Cheesecake, because you don't really cook it, do you? So things like, but this is it. Like if you bake a lot, sometimes it might be time to step away and go, yeah, that's probably not aiding my fat loss journey for the time being. And unless you can do it and give it away to other people, it might be a consideration on that one. Um, so how afraid is everyone of Easter? Or do you feel like, no, you know what? I can go into this and I feel confident and I feel good. Like put it in the chat, like where's your head at? Or you could even rate it like one, like I'm shitting my pants, I'm gonna destroy everything in sight. 10, feel pretty good. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm good. Like I'm absolutely fine. I'm with my strategy. I know where I'm at with this. Oh, I'm gonna lose my voice in a minute. I think it'll be okay. Having a meal and I'll have an egg and move on. That's it. 6.5. I love all the flavors of hot cross buns. See that? This is where I think things should be illegal. I think no, no. I don't eat hot cross buns either. I would eat a tea cake, like a toasted tea cake, but I wouldn't eat a hot cross bun. I don't know why. I don't know what it is. Something in my head says no, you can't eat that. You're not gonna like it. And that one I do like. The other one I don't. I don't know why. I think it's a bit of weird OCD. I shit my pants every occasion. I love it. Oh, hang on, it's moved. I go in with a strategy and just lose my head. Now, you are one I'm watching at the minute, HRT. You are. I was like, I'm going to be interfering in this very, very soon, just as a heads up, just because that is it. Now, I love the honesty of that going, oh, fuck. Like, do you know what I mean? There's an occasion coming up. Now, like, speak to us in your chat group. Actually formalize. If you are worried, put it into words, as in, this is what I am going to do about this thing. I'm going to have a cream egg and I'm going to park it and I'm going to move on. That's it. I'm going to have a small Easter egg. I'm going to cut it down into sections. I'm going to have a bit every day. I'm going to calorie bank. Like, whatever it is. Like, right, you know the strategies by now, but put it into words to hold yourself accountable so we can say that is what you are doing, and then you do it. Do you know what I mean? And you have to follow through with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you are a successful woman. Like, follow through with your word, and then you will feel a lot better going, I smashed that. But I think now you need the moment to smash, and then you can come out of the weekend and go, fuck, I nailed that. Does it go into a bank holiday, by the way? What is it? Good Friday, the day he rose on Monday. What's it called again? Not religious. God, we were looking at joining a church. Can you imagine? They'd kick me out. Like, you don't know anything. Like, oh God. Right, okay, so bank holiday is going to be another thing where you might be. So, and I was thinking about this. I don't know what my mum's playing at this year. We would normally go for an Easter dinner with family. It would be quite healthy, in all honesty. It'd be more like macros friendly, like just a Sunday roast, that kind of thing. But again, watching out for what are your plans over that window, and what days are you going all in on your health and fitness, and what days are you maybe going, I'll relax a little bit on that. Like, bank holiday might be a relaxing day, or you might go, no, it's just a fucking Monday. Like, again, I will most likely, as long as I'm not too poorly on Monday, I will train on Monday. It's a bank holiday. Please do remember, if you train from the gym, the fuckers can catch us out, and sometimes they open at different hours. So if you're like us and you train first thing in the morning, sometimes on a bank holiday they won't open until like 8 a.m. and you rock up at 7 and you're like, what's going on here? It's like an apocalypse. So just be mindful of that. Bloody love hot cross buns. I can't have them in the house. See, that's a good strategy. If you genuinely are serious on that, going, I can't do it, or I'm going to smash a whole pack of 6, or whatever they call it. Is it 4 or 6? Don't do it. I'm not afraid. I'm absolutely not destroying my journey for an Easter egg. This has made me determined. This is it. Like, draw your line in your sand and stick to your decision, stick to your guns, and say, I'm not doing that. I want to see. And I think, again, if you've smashed the last month, then you can probably go, yeah, no, you know what? I'm happy to just take a bit of downtime this weekend. If you haven't smashed the last month, you might need to say, you know what, I've not been on it, and I need to be on it. I need to prove to myself for a couple of weeks that I have discipline, that I can lock in, that I do actually really want the results, and I'm gonna fucking go for it. And I'm not gonna worry about Easter. Again, I can have an Easter egg anytime, because you can have an Easter egg anytime. You don't have to have one just because it's this weekend. Like, that could be something you do a little bit later down the line. So choose your choices and sit with it. Okay. I'm most worried about being well. The kids, well, see, I love that. I think that's it's an amazing moment to come out the other side of that and go, because you are role modeling. Every single one of you inside of Strong Herd that has children, you are role modeling. So if you are afraid and fearful of what's going on around you, that's a moment to identify, to be able to tell yourself, next year will be different. Next year, I refuse to be afraid of watching my children enjoy and celebrate Easter. I'm going to be fully present without thinking, oh my God, am I going to consume everything in sight? Do you know what I mean? It's a real moment to kind of sit with and go, I'm on a journey. I've got further to go, and that's okay. But I really want to get to this point so that the next event, the next series of whatever it is that's happening, I can be in a really good place for. So sit in the present moment in that and feel it. Do you know what I mean? Feel the moment and go, right, okay, how are we going to handle this? What would my children want from me right now? Would they want me to participate? Would they want me in the Easter egg hunt? Would they want me to dress up like a giant bunny or like whatever it might be? Would they want me, if they offer me a bit of Easter egg, I should probably say yes. I probably should show them that it is okay to have a little bit of chocolate and that be okay without thinking, holy shit, that's the end of the world. But again, that's just something to go, I'm working on this. And I'm also doing it for them because you don't want them to pick up on all of these things and then take that into their adult life as well. Because so often we coach women where you find out about their parents, about their family history, and it's coming down the breadline. And what you've got to do is go, right, enough is enough. I really want to get to a point where I can enjoy my Easter and thrive with my children so that they don't take this into their adulthood either. So I love that. And again, it's work in progress. None of us are the fixed article. I'm okay with Easter itself, but I have a hen do on Friday and Saturday. That's a bit different. I would say that is, I'd probably say that's more refeed, where you're likely to have a couple of refeed days. You know your calories are going to be higher. You know you're probably not going to be 100% in control of the options available to you. There could well be alcohol involved. There most likely will be. So I think that's an instance where you go, do I hen do every single week of the year? No, I don't. But I do care about this person, so I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to live it. Or you have to make a choice to go, I'm going to behave more like a bodybuilder where I take my own food and my Tupperware boxes and I'm going to sit there being a miserable cunt the entire time. It's probably not it, is it? That's probably not the one going, right, no, I don't intend to step on stage. I don't, do you know what I mean? I've not got a competition in 14 weeks. You might have a holiday or something that you're working towards, but I think there still has to be an element of going, this is me. By the way, never let your kids listen to these things ever. Don't listen with kids in the background. I usually say this, but that's it. So I would just use it as a refeed day. Expect to see your weight on the climb, but get back on it. From Sunday, line in the sand, drawn, and back on it now. And if you can calorie bank this week leading into that, it's going to give you a little bit of a head start. I'm worried about it as I usually go berserk and eat them all, so just not in the house. I think that might be a strategy, Vicky, to say, do you know what I mean? We can't have the excess eggs. They can't really be here, and that's just something that we work towards. Going right, we've got to be able to learn to have a little bit and nip it in the bud rather than want the entire thing. Bank holidays, extra hours on the gym instead of rushing. Just moved on to 24 hours, so happy. This is it. And usually 24-hour gyms, by the way, even on bank holidays, there's still 24 hours. You just get an access card. So really advantageous in that situation. But you might find the gym is busy. On bank holiday, the gym rats, they will come out and live it large. So you might find it's quieter in the evening, busier during the day because a lot more people are going to get there in the day. It's also going to depend on the weather though. Some people will sit in beer gardens or they'll chill out, go to the beach, depending on what the weather is doing. So again, just be mindful. Is that helpful? Is that helpful to kind of go, right, okay, I'm going to choose what I'm going to do and then go into it feeling like you've got your plan and you know what you actually want to achieve out of the Easter weekend. But like I say, please don't write off 2 weeks worth of like potential progress. I think that I just don't think there's any need to do that. Unless you're on holiday again, like we said last week, some of you guys are, quite a lot of you guys are. But otherwise, I think they're just days. Do you know what I mean? Just because kids might be around doesn't mean that you can't still make really good progress with your goals. Even if you're doing days out, you can still plan things and enjoy things without derailing everything over the next couple of weeks. Otherwise, summer holidays are going to be a challenge, which we don't want. Use this as a nice lead up into that moment. Right, does anyone have anything else around Easter, half term, or the next couple of weeks? Anything at all, or anything they want to just go through that came back in check-ins or form checks? I don't think there's anything in terms of form checks addressing. Karen, there was your curtsy lunge. So just trying to see if I can do it. I think I can hold my phone and do it at the same time. I'm like, oh, hang on. This is a crop top, by the way. It just looks ridiculous. I'm gonna take my shoes off. Shoes off. So the goal, I'm trying to think which angle to do it from. The goal is to come back and you kind of trying to keep, this one should be a bit more in front, but you're trying to keep the shin as upright as you can and you're just stepping behind. So it is a bit of a lunge, but you're coming directly behind. So if you are thinking curtsy, but if you keep this knee really, really bent as you do it, you're going to bring in a lot more quad than you are glute. So we want to try and keep this upright and drop down, a little bit like a Bulgarian split squat with the difference, or a split squat versus a lunge. Nuances, slight nuances. But again, anyone ever send any form checks if you think, oh, just check this for me. And again, that's the kind of form check you can do from your lounge. You don't have to be in a gym to record things like a curtsy lunge. You can do it anywhere and I can go, yeah, that's perfect. Take that to the gym. Or obviously if you're training from home, you don't need to worry about that. Any more? Oh, there was a good morning as well. So good morning. So Diane, I know I obviously took you through it, but it's the same principle. Exact same principle. This one's harder to do. So normally, move the screen down, sorry. Barbell, dumbbell. So we're hinging at the hips. That's where the movement starts. So it's not a drop down with the knees. It's a hinge at the hips. You're going to keep that back straight. Slight bend in the knee. Here are my dumbbells on my barbell. Or here is my bar on my back. The motion is identical no matter which way. But it is going to feel a lot heavier with the load up on your back than it is below you. So that's just a consideration too. But again, please, if it's your first time doing an exercise, lighten the load dramatically, get the exercise nailed, and then you can start increasing the load. But think RDL, it is a good morning. They are exactly the same movement pattern. It's just where you're holding the load. I fucking love good mornings. Absolutely love it. You guys are always like, huh, what is this? And I'm like, no, they're amazing. They're amazing. But you've just got to get used to the difference, especially on the Smith machine. I think probably my all-time favorite exercise. And I'm going to put them into my own program because I don't know, I just like them so much. But yeah, just got to see how well I can do at the bar at the top with a bump. Not sure. My balance might not quite handle it as well with the bar lower down, but we'll see. But yeah, they are really good fun once you get into them. That's when you start to become more, you're getting into your lifting now. You're getting more progressive through the movements, and we can give you things that are slightly more complicated, so to speak. But it's not really. Once you've got it, you've got it. You'll nail it. Oh, I meant to swap that, didn't I? Did I say I was going to swap that, Karen? There was somebody I did say I was going to swap that to. Did I answer that, Karen, about the row? So so you've got a reverse. Have you got a reverse row or a normal row? I can't remember. I'll have a look. I need to have a look at your program to see which one I wrote. But the point is, and this will happen, worth saying, I think Hector needs a wee. Sometimes the writing I will have got wrong. Like there are hundreds of exercises on there, and I did 80% of them all in one go. By that point, I was fatigued to say the least. I was literally dying at that point. So always go off the video. So if I've got an underhand, do an underhand. If I've got an overhand on the video, do an overhand or whatever it might be. It will slightly shift on a row. Something like a row will slightly shift which bit of your back or your lats you're actually going to engage a little bit harder. So there is a nuance to it, but it's not the end of the world if you do it the other way. Like you're still working muscle groups. Feeling loads more motivated, disciplined now that days are lighter. Yeah, it's amazing. It's weird though. We sat there yesterday. Like now, it's not far off. Let the little boy out. It's not far off 8 p.m. and it's light, and you kind of go, like, I go to bed at 9. These days, I'm in bed by 9. I'm like, well, that's an hour away. I'm thinking that's crazy. So yeah, that's the only thing. It does distort your bedtime if you're an early early to bed, and I know some of you guys do because you get up at 5, so it's like, oh, it's bright outside. Um, Battling hunger pangs, so smashing back loads of water and herbal teas. Yeah, this is it. Things like if you like 0 sugar calorie drinks, if you don't mind chewing gum, depending, you can't really necessarily if you're in that meetings and things, probably not that socially acceptable, but you might get away with chewing gum. Um, or very, very low calorie snacks as well. The barbell good morning video doesn't play. Oh, it's just a picture. Can you send me that, Gem? Just because there's a few. Oh no, you said the barbell one, so I'm assuming you don't mean the Smith machine, you mean the actual barbell. Oh, that's bizarre. Let me have a look. By the way, anyone, send me any, all of you actually, like, and if you've noticed the description's wrong, a video doesn't work, send it to me. Usually I've just got it has worked and then it's just stopped working. But yeah, send it to me because when I get a bit of time, Mondays are hell, Fridays are hell. But some of these little bits in the week, I get like spare 10 minutes and I can go in and go, right, okay, that's what I'm going to get done. So yeah, just screenshot me the exercise, tell me what the issue is, and then I'll be able to go in and change that or rewrite it or whatever it is. Yeah, so that's helpful. That one did work. I don't know why it stopped. So yeah, I'll have to have a look at that one. Right, any more for any more? I'm losing my voice. I stopped talking. Right, well, have an incredible week. Like I say, those of you that we think need a little bit more support, we'll be having a good stalky stalk on Wednesday, just checking that things are moving in the right direction. Any concerns, anything at all, you always know where we are. But have an amazing week, and we will see you very soon. Mwah.